Katie's, it's Barbie, and I just rolled out of bed this morning, and happy Mabon to all of you. Now, I wanted to show you kind of what I was getting into this morning and kind of show you some tricks and tips that I love to do on Mabon. Now, Mabon is a celebration for us that are in craft, for celebration of breads, grains, the last harvest, all that kind of stuff. So what I do, since I'm in North Florida, I also have a winter garden. So I'm getting those things ready today. So basically, any little potato that you have that starts sprouting, just cut them apart. And then you have 2 potatoes. I just put mine in a bowl like this and just let them kind of sit overnight. They get kind of a little gross and scuzzy, but that's exactly what you want. You want them to start decomposing so that they have lots of great stuff to grab onto the soil with. So that is one thing that I'm doing today. Also, you can make all kinds of great stuff right from your own kitchen. You don't have to like go buy seeds or like new plants or whatever. You can just plant what you got. Garden what you got, y'all. Garden what you got. All right, so then this is just an onion that I have pulled out of my just onion drawer, and I'm going to peel off the gross part. Yep, let me get a little knife. So I have just a little knife, and I'm going to cut real gently down and peel off the gross part until you get to where it is sprouting on the inside. So then you just clean all this crap off. So keep going until there is no kind of goo left. Just real careful, you don't want to hurt the bulb that is emerging. And sometimes, if you're really super lucky, you can get 2 bulbs out of them. They'll have like a little, oh, right here, like a little adhesion, like right here. Can you see it right there? And you can, if it is sprouting on 2 sides, you can cut them apart and plant them both. All right, so then that brings me to, if you like green onions. Who doesn't like green onions? And who doesn't buy them at the store and then like use them and then like, okay, what do I do with them now? Well, you put them in a little bit of water and they will make roots. Let me show you. Boom, roots. Now, as soon as they get like this, you just take them over the sink, scrub them good so that they're not slimy. And then you can just pop those in your garden and they'll make a full onion. I know. Look at you making onions. Okay, so it's also the season for ginger. Now, I bought this ginger at the farmer's market and I just cut a piece off last night when we used it for dinner. But if you look really closely, can you see it? You can see that it has a little green sprout. Now, all you do is put it in some dirt. That's it. You cover it to like here in dirt, and that's it. It grows. And let me show you. Ginger. That huge stalk is ginger. So then look down here at the soil. You see all those little green shoots? Those are just little pieces of ginger that I just pushed into the soil. I only water them, you know, like, I don't know, every 3 or 4 days. But I do have a ginger that's outside that gets a lot of rainwater and it doesn't grow as well. So it doesn't like as much rain as it gets outside. So I did put it inside by a bright little window so that it can kind of get itself together. Okay, so another thing that you can be doing right now is sweet potatoes. If they are starting to sprout like this little guy in your cabinet, just like the potatoes, just cut it out, let it sit overnight, pop that in the ground. Oh yeah. So there you go. So there's a bunch of things that you can do in your garden right now that will give you another harvest. And they're all really cold hardy. So like if you get a little bit of frost, if you're like zones, I'd say like 7 and lower, you're probably fine. They're gonna winter over just fine. Now, I don't know if you guys Christmas cactus, but I'm from North Alabama and the Christmas cactus is a huge thing. So here she is. So I am prepping her for Christmas. She has a little bit of hair. This is my son's hair. This is Egg's hair. And it is a really, really great fertilizer for any kind of cactus because it breaks down into collagen. It does. So I just put it in a little bowl of water and bottom water the cactus so that it can just absorb kind of what it needs. I'll let it sit there for an hour or 2 and then dump it out and it is totally good to go. All right, so what am I going to be doing today for Mabon? Well, let me tell you. first I've got my green candle lit. It is ready to go. And I have husked and just peeled some corn. It's been drying on the counter overnight, so it's almost ready to use. Now the inside pieces I use to make the head of a little corn doll. And so I use these, they go side to side to make the little arms. And it's not quite dry enough yet, but I just use garden twine or kitchen twine and then make it its little dress. And of course, it'll be a lot fancier when I get it all done, but then you just tie her together. And you can make girls or you can make boys. You just like split them into little pantalones. And you have your little corn dolls. Now, I put these on my altar for Mabon and Down to Sewing, just because that's kind of the harvest time and I really like it. Now, I also dry and keep the silk. The silk is really great. You can blend it. It makes a great fertilizer for your garden, for your indoor plants. It's very similar to hair. And also, it is really great for antiviral and antibiotic properties. So you can grind it up, make into a cough syrup, like emulsify it with some honey, and it makes a great syrup for the coming winter months. So that's pretty much what I've got going on. I do have a little surprise that I'm gonna do for the caveman today. He surprised me and he came home early from his last trip, so to be home for Mabon. So I was pretty excited about that. So I will check in with you guys later. All right, remember, like, share, subscribe, or hit that little bell. I'm doing some new stuff on Barbie and the Caveman, and the website is coming soon, and I have new soaps. So they are really great, and I will do a little episode on soaps in not too long. All right, guys, see you later.